Some of us are building from scratch, no connections, no backups, just blood, sweat, and skills. This is your girl, Candy Hustle, and you're now tuned in to Dope Chick with Ambition podcast. Let's go. What's up, my amazing DCWA fam? Welcome to episode 119. OMG. Can you believe it? And you know what? We are still celebrating DCWA 5, which is the podcast celebrating the 5-year anniversary. My baby is 5 years old. So, you know, it was my birthday on November the 12th, and in 2019, that was the year I was here at Patchwork Studio recording my very first podcast episode. And I always just like to reflect on my journey and look back at how far I've come and the people I've encountered. And I must say, I've met some really amazing people, right? So here's a refresher for all of my new listeners. I'm Candy Hustle, podcaster extraordinaire, deactivated blogger, And I've always been about media. I've always been in the know. I'm a lover of hip hop, fashion, and beauty. I am a former model coordinator, casting assistant for Ethnicity Models and Talent. And I was also an executive assistant to the CEO, who is LaShawna Stanley. Shout out to LaShawna, for over 10 years, right? So I'm also a full-time Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio season. Now, this leads me to my next guest. She is originally from Flint, Michigan. Don't ever get it confused with Detroit. It's Flint, okay? So I wanted to just say that because, you know, Flint girls, they hustle hard too, right? They are true hustlers. And when I met her, she was on the grind, y'all. This baby was hustling. I'm like, wow, she really get it. So this was over 10 years ago. So seeing how far her ambition and her passion and her dedication has brought her has been truly inspiring, guys. It's been wow. So I would see her on social media from afar, and then I just recently saw her last year at Revolt World. She just popped up dolo by herself. I'm like, what are you doing here? She I'm just out here doing my content thing. And I'm like, what? And then I recently saw her at another event just a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to say. And she was just, she just had a baby and she's just out there working again. This girl does not stop. So I just want to highlight some things. So as far as her journey, she is a self-made entrepreneur. She used her skills and her networking ability to build her career, right? She's super cute, her personality, I think, really helped her get into the door with a lot of things too. She's a baddie. Don't get that twisted either, but her personality, you can't be a baddie with a nasty personality. You can be, but it doesn't get you too far. So you have to be likable in this industry. And she's highly sought after because her makeup skills are chef's kiss. Very, very flawless. And she became very elite in the game. So she worked with great megastars such as Candy from y'all know Candy from Real Housewives. Well, I don't want to say Real Housewives of Atlanta because we know her as a great writer and singer from Escape first and foremost, right? And then she went over to the Real Housewives of Atlanta scene. And then we have her with Yandy Smith. She did her makeup from Love and Hip Hop New York. She's also worked with Tamika Mallory, who is a social justice leader. And then she's also worked with another TV personality, Jennifer Williams, who also doesn't play about her looks. Y'all know Jennifer Williams wants to look flawless. So they go to the best. Also, her work has been in multiple publications such as Allure magazine. She's also been in Vogue, online, Hype Hair. She's really, really about her craft, and she gives 1,000% each time. So she's a celebrity makeup artist. She's also been on different networks, MTV, Lifetime, VH1, Guys, I'm not laying it on heavy. This is her resume. I'm not gassing it. This is what it is. So I know dope women. I know ambitious women. Hello, the podcast is called Dope Chick with Ambitious. Dope Chick with Ambition. It is what it is. So now, fast forward to her being a mom. She's doing all of this with being a mom of 3 beautiful little princess. She has her first daughter. She had how many years ago was this? Audience, don't tell me. Don't give me any hints. But she has an older daughter, 11 years ago. Then she has a middle child that's 4. And then she has a new baby. Guys, she's doing it. So she's making her empire because she has these 3 princesses that she has to do it for. She's also a wife. So she's putting it down, making sure her king is good. Y'all, I'm just going to let's just get into the episode. Her name is Tae René. Tay!
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am good.
The intro, though.
Yo, you like that intro?
I was not ready.
You wasn't ready? You crying?
Okay, I have done a little something. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You wit. I've been watching you, Tay.
That's crazy.
Yes. I mean, I've known you since you were 8. Was that 18, 19? You've been in Atlanta?
Yes.
Yes. So
since I was about 19.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing you and your career and you just blossoming into who you are today is just amazing.
It's crazy.
I've known you since you've been a little petite thing running around Atlanta.
Yes,
and now you just this full-blown woman with this little hips and body.
Yes,
look, you ain't
girl.
think you was going to have that hips and body just yet, right?
I did not.
So what do you tell to young girls who think they ain't about to get all this body and they go out there nervous, stressed out? Tell them to chill, right?
Yeah, just kind of.
Because it's coming, right?
It's coming. But I would just say always give your best at all times.
Right.
All times. No matter how old you are, always give your best and put your health first.
And put your health first because it's coming, guys. When I met Tay stumped with the big dogs. Here in Atlanta, these girls were thick as grits, literally.
Yes.
Grits, girls from the South. And she was, again, 19. I was a casting assistant, model coordinator, and I would have to send her to these casting calls. And like I said, she had the face, she had the personality, but everything was visual. Everything was about the booty. And this was really before the BBL era. This was about
that was real booty.
That was
back then.
Tay, it was real hams.
Booty.
Yeah, this is real thighs, real chunked
boobs.
up. Yeah, real boobs. And when you walked to these castings, it could be very intimidating because it was long lines. Tell them, Tay, how was it?
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me go back in time because that was such a long time ago. It was definitely intimidating. I'm always the smallest thing. I was always the little smallest, most petite little thing. I remember when LaShawna had an event here with all the models from everywhere.
Yep, the all-white event.
Yes, the all-white event. I still have those pictures in my phone today.
Yeah.
And that's when I had a chance to meet everybody, and the girls were so nice. I didn't live in Miami. Most of them were in Miami and California. But yeah, I had a chance to meet them and talk with them and everything. But it was intimidating. These girls were also tall and thick. They were tall and thick. And I'm just this little petite thing. Okay, let me get in where I fit in.
Right. And you held your own and you didn't get discouraged. You just was yo, I'm going to pivot in a sense.
Yes, girl. So I wouldn't call it discouragement. I just knew when I had to switch it up.
You switched it up.
Yeah.
And you did what worked for you.
I did.
Absolutely. And let's talk about that because you are definitely working it. So I want to start a little bit from the beginning because you are not from Atlanta. You're from Flint, Michigan. How did you arrive to this point where you wanted to be a makeup artist and hair and all of this?
Okay, so I went to Michigan State University. Go Green.
Go Green.
I went to Michigan State for 2 years, and I was excelling in my academics and everything. And I did my first internship my sophomore year, and I was just this ain't what I thought it was going to be. Like, this is not what I want. I've always identified myself as a creative, but my mom was kind of like, no, take the straight and narrow path. Even though I was a creative person, I wanted to go to the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in LA. I wanted to go to Parsons School of Fashion at New York University. And these were things that, wasn't just affordable to us at the time. So she's like, just take the straight and narrow path. You can get to that stuff later. But after I did my internship, I realized, like, wait a minute. If the rest of my life is going to look like this, like, I'm done. Like, this is it for me. So I dropped everything after that internship, and I hit the road, girl, with $2,000. I moved to Atlanta, and I started working at Nordstrom in the TBD department and was selling high-end jeans and going to auditions on the side, trying to make my dreams happen.
Right. So how supportive was your mom when you decided to say, Mom, I'm going to drop out of college?
She definitely didn't like the idea. And what I told her, which is what I did, I still went to school because that's when online classes were introduced at Michigan State. I still went to school from Atlanta at Michigan State for a while. But after a while, I got caught up in survival. And I was like, I can't do this academic thing right now. I got to focus on my hustle. I got to focus on getting in the doors I'm trying to walk into. And I'm going to come back to this education thing.
Okay. So I feel like a lot of times our parents think that paper education will get us where we need to be. But a lot of times hands-on, like in the field, is like, Mom, this is really going to get me where I got to get to, right?
Yes.
So hold on. Don't panic. I got us. And if you didn't make that decision, like you said, you probably would still be in Michigan. Not
so
really
unhappy.
Right. Not happy.
No, I would have settled. I'm married with kids now, but I would have never explored the avenue of, entertainment.
Exactly.
Which is what led me to all these other things that I love so much. So
exactly.
I don't encourage everybody to drop out of school. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying whatever you're passionate about, make sure you make room for that.
Ooh, I like that. That was a nice gym early on, coming with the gym. So, are you an only child?
I am not. I had a brother who was 14 years older than me. He's deceased. He died the year after I moved to Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what? And I'm sorry about that. I think I do recall you mentioning that because we have been connected so long. And you would mention your brother, a close friend also, right?
Yes,
like
a
your
close
sister.
friend passed. She was my best friend.
Yep, your best friend. Yeah, so I do remember those two. I do.
You remember everything.
Yeah. Well, look, sort of, kind of, because I just asked you were you an only child, so pardon me on that. But yeah, you had an older brother. Yeah, so I don't want to dwell on that too long because I don't want you to get sad or anything. So moving on to this next question here, your mother being adamant about college, do you get your ambition and your work ethic from your mom or your dad
my mom.
or anything?
Okay, so my mother, she is a hard worker. She's the hardest working woman that I know to this day. Like, everything she has done, she's excelled in, and she didn't necessarily have the background for it. So she worked at the City of Flint Police Department for 21 years, I believe. And then after that, she retired and got another job, and she was in HR. She did that for a while. But my creativity, I really think I get some of that from her because she's really big in fashion. But I also get that from my dad. My dad was a pastor. He's retired now, but he was a pastor. He had a church, and he's really like an ambitious person as well.
Okay.
But I was raised, my mother was a single parent, and my dad, he came into my life later.
Okay. So I do know this about your mother because you just gave her a birthday shout out.
Yes.
Shout out to the Scorpio.
She is a Scorpio through and through.
So how was it being raised by a Scorpio?
That needs to be a hashtag, being raised by a Scorpio, because it is not a game.
We won't play.
It is not a game. And I told her this, like, on her birthday. I was like, listen, Mom, because she has such a hard exterior. She is loving and everything like that, but when it comes to her, like, helping me set boundaries, or, okay, no, this is not what you think this is. Okay, you're going to tell this person that this is what's going, like, it's just everything for face value, and you address every situation. You're not going to get walked on. You're not going to be weak. It's like, okay. You know, like, okay, I got it. I'm a Libra. So I'm like loving, nurturing, you know.
It's like a little army with us. It's rough.
Yeah, y'all a little tough. Y'all a little tough.
My best friend said, "You like a you ever had that hard candy like a fireball? Like you got to keep sucking it, pause to get to the sweet.
Yeah.
It's like real fiery on the outside, but once you finally get to that sweet side, you're like, oh, okay.
I'm telling you, everybody in my family, my mom is the Scorpio of all Scorpios.
Shout out to mommy for being a Scorpio. Don't do mommy. Like we are very loving. We don't play, very territorial. We don't play about our family, but you do have to handle us with care. We can be a bomb, or we could be a flower.
Yes.
It just depends. It just depends. And we could be funny acting. Like ha 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 funny, or just like don't come to my house. I don't feel like being bothered funny. Close my door.
Yes, all that. All that.
Knock before you come in. I know you my baby, but knock before you come. Mom, is me, Tae. Yes, I know you. I carried you. But yeah, so you are a girl mom yourself.
I am. I cannot believe I have 3 girls.
Right.
Yes.
Did you want a boy? Or did you always want a girl?
You know what? I'm going to be honest now.
Did you even want kids? Let me ask you that.
I did want kids.
Okay.
I did want kids. But I didn't really want a boy.
Okay.
I wanted a boy for my husband.
Okay.
But I never dreamed in all my life like, oh, I want a little boy. It was always, I want little girls.
I got you. See, you are very girly girl.
I am.
Yes,
and so are my
you
girls.
Yes, so they are very girly girls. So that's nice. You pass that on. But I know dad is in the house like, oh my God.
Goodness, that poor man.
Yes. He's just like, I am just the only man in this house.
Yes.
I don't have a say. Everybody just gets their way.
He tries.
Yeah.
But you know what? My middle one, Ever, she's the leader of the pack.
Oh, she's the leader.
Yes.
Hold on. I don't like how y'all did Ever in that game, though. Why y'all play Ever?
We love making content with the babies.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the game where they go, just give me my money. So Ever was like, why y'all ain't clap? She's so funny. You know how most babies cry? Ever didn't cry. She asked the question like, what's up?
Where's the clap?
So then the dad gave in and he was like, he started clapping for her. She was like, yeah, I thought so.
Right.
I thought that was so cute. Everybody was like, hey. She kept clapping like, hold on, maybe it's broken. I started cracking up.
Yes.
So her name Ever, do you know that you like set that off? Because I didn't see anybody else.
Girl,
now everybody
I was the first
biting.
one to do it. I was the first one.
You was the
to
first.
Do it.
I said, look at everybody starting to do Ever or forever and all of this stuff. I said, Tae set that off. So when you did their names, it starts. All of her daughters have the name starting with E. Where did that come from?
Okay, so my oldest daughter, I named her after my grandmother. My grandmother was my girl. Okay, she was like one of my besties. It was between her and my mom. Okay. She was my mom's best friend, but she was my girl. Like, anytime I had any kind of men issues, anything, I was calling my granny. Like, hey, girl, what's tea? What's going on? What should I do about this? And she passed in 2008.
Okay.
I gave birth to my daughter in 2013, and I was struggling with names, and I was like, you know what? I might just go with Ella. And so I went with her name, Ella. Her name was Ella May. My daughter's like the real Ella May. My daughter's name is Ella Monroe. So I kept the
nice.
M.
Okay.
But her name is Ella Monroe. And so when my second daughter was born, my husband and I, this is when we were just dating. We were out to dinner, and he was like, he's like, how long you think we're gonna be together? I was like, forever. And he was like, forever? And we were just joking, and I was like, ooh, ever. That's kind of cute. Now, we weren't planning to have kids, didn't have kids yet. But I was like, you know what? If we have a kid, their name should be Ever. So when I got pregnant, I was like, well, Ever is here. And it was going to be, it's a unisex name. So it was going to be if it was a boy or a girl. But it happened to be a girl. And of course, I got pregnant recently, and I can't let baby girl fall off the E train.
Right.
You know, so I was like, okay, we're going to keep her with the E. trend, and her name is Eden. So it's Ella, Ever, and Eden.
I love it. Are we going to have more, or
No, baby, we are done.
Our tubes tied?
Our tubes are removed.
Dag.
In the name of Jesus.
Dag, in the name of Jesus.
They are done. I'm done. I'm
done.
so done. Honestly, we'll have to have a whole nother interview about motherhood,
Right.
but it's just so much on a woman to have children. Shout out to all my mothers out there
Shout
too.
out to the mothers. Right.
Just bearing children, taking care of children, being a wife, being a mom. It's a lot of responsibility and a lot of, physical
And mental.
and mental, work that you don't really learn until you get there.
You don't.
Yeah.
I think social media shows the fun and the glitz.
Mm-hmm.
Social media does that for a lot of things in life.
Mm-hmm.
Businesses, they show just the fun,
Yeah.
the get money part, but they don't show the blood, sweat, and tears. Like,
Yes.
yo, I literally be dying over here. Like, the IRS almost threatened to take my business. And you want to be an entrepreneur?
Seriously.
So it's like you even shared a little piece of what you experienced with Eden, where you had a postpartum not post-clamsia, right?
Postpartum preeclampsia.
Yeah, because it came after.
After the baby.
And that was scary because you said the blood pressure monitor at home was broken.
It was
Dead.
broken. It was the batteries were dead. And so I got home from the hospital. Everything was fine when I left. They cleared me. I was discharged. I got home. My feet were so swollen. Now, I was a little swollen during my pregnancy, but this was just extreme to me because I would put my house shoe on, and then the print of my shoe, like the imprint of the shoe, would just still be on my foot, and it would just be swollen around it when I took it off. And I'm like, this is a little weird. And I just told my husband, like, please just get the blood pressure cuff. Let's just double check. It was broken. So I just went on about my day, and then something just told me, the Holy Spirit, I was like, just find some batteries. I really feel like I need to take this blood pressure. I don't know why I need to take it. So when I took it, it was like 171 over 111 or something. And I called my doctor, and they definitely told me to go straight to the hospital.
Jesus.
It was scary. They had me on a magnesium drip so I wouldn't have a seizure or a stroke.
Whoa.
Because ultimately, when your blood pressure is high like that,
Yeah.
that's what you're at risk for.
So how long were you in the hospital?
3 more days.
3 more days.
Yes.
And what was the cause? Did they say the cause? What?
There is no known cause for postpartum preeclampsia.
Oh my God.
They find that in Black women it's common.
Mm.
They find that in women who may be a little overweight is common. But they don't know the true root of, the issue.
Okay.
But I knew because of what I saw on social media from mothers that were very vocal about their postpartum experience. Like my friend's sister, she had postpartum preeclampsia and talked about her story. Another friend of mine had a seizure after she had her baby. She didn't know she had postpartum preeclampsia. So because of the new awareness surrounding the topic is what made me check my blood pressure just in case. So I'm thankful for us. I think that we need to keep sharing our stories about postpartum health, especially as Black women, because we have to advocate for ourselves.
We definitely do. And you actually mentioned that you have a book on postpartum.
I do.
What's the title?
It's called Show Up for Yourself.
I love it. And when did you write it?
I wrote that book in 2000. I want to say 2021. Yeah, 2020-21.
Okay, and that was after Ever?
That was after Ever.
Okay, and you lost, I think it was like 60 pounds, right?
I lost 60 pounds again. That was my
Okay.
second time losing 60 pounds naturally.
Wow. Okay, so is it still available for
Yes,
purchase?
it's available for purchase on Amazon. You just type Show Up for Yourself by Tae René in the search. That's TAE space RENE, and it'll pop up.
Okay, and if someone purchases it, what can they expect to get inside that book?
So in the book, you'll get, a true story about, how I survived postpartum depression and the tactics that I use to show up for myself. Oftentimes we can tell ourselves that, but we don't actually have the motivation to do so. So, of course, I have like scriptures, motivational quotes, and I tell my story in addition to a grocery list and some meal plans.
Okay.
Just to help you get back to yourself.
Okay.
And get your confidence back.
Okay. Are you going to use that book yourself for this
I am.
one?
I have been.
Okay.
I have been using that same book for this third journey of postpartum.
All right. So she is actually really strict about her discipline when it comes to like eating and breaking it down. We were at an event, and so she was like, "You got some?" She was like, "You got some candy?" And I thought she wanted some, so I'm like, "Yeah, I got some now, ladies. Y'all, y'all know me. I'm gonna have me some candy." She was like, girl, can't have no sugar." I'm trying to break it down. I was like, "Damn, I thought you wanted something. Like, why would you ask me if I had candy?" So she was looking like, I was just like, no. And I'm just cracking up because, like, y'all, we're all family. Like, these girls are pretty much like my cousins. Like, we see each other. So the way we just had that little interaction, she was like, "You got candy?" And I was like, "Yeah, you want some?" I got now later. She was like, "Girl, no, I got to break this down." I'm looking like, I'll tell you, why would you ask
too
me?
much
And
sugar.
we just
That
cracking.
is too much sugar, girl.
So I have cupcakes here because I'm celebrating that. I'm taking them out of here because I already know you don't want to see it. I don't want to have no triggers.
Oh, you can leave it there. It's
No,
fine.
I'm not. No, I know what you're trying to do, and I'm not gonna have it in the room.
So
Yes,
it might have been a little tempting.
Right, that would have been tempting. And he was like, "Candy, you messing me up." So I took him in the other room with the engineer, and he's probably had one or two. Don't you have none just yet? I'm joking. So I like that you are disciplined. I remember you used to like really get ripped before you had your kids. So yes, you used to have 6 packs and all, girl.
I would say I had a little cute little 4-pack situation.
It was 4?
Yeah, I think it was 4.
That's even crazy. You know, girls be really trying to get one. And for you to get 4, that was, you really put in work. So how do you just get your mind set to be like, yo, I want to just like work out for people who like struggle to get into the gym?
Okay. So the mental, I talked about that in my book. That's the biggest part. Because once you get past that part, you're good. For me, and that's why the title of my book is Show Up For Yourself. It was like, you show up for your boss, you show up for your man, you show up for your kids, you show up for everybody. You'll do absolutely everything you don't want to do for these people, right? If your boss calls you in work or has you do work on your day off, you're probably going to do it if you want a promotion, right?
Right.
But when it comes to you, you won't make any sacrifices for yourself. Why is that? So that's what I would say to myself is show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. I kept repeating it to myself in instances where I felt like I was going to indulge in something that would hurt me in the long run. So, yeah, I would just think about, okay, you can sacrifice for everyone else, but you can't sacrifice for you. You have to sacrifice for you. And then you have to think about who you want to be on the other side. So the yourself I'm talking about is the you that's going to thank you for the decisions you're making today.
Okay.
And so that's what I would do. And honestly, if you think about it, you're only eating for about maybe 10 minutes or less, maybe 15. You can't sacrifice 10 minutes and 15 minutes and just eat a little something different. And
That's
then
true.
Thank yourself later. All you have to do is focus for these little pieces, these little segments of minutes. And before you know it, you'll see results.
That's true.
And you'll thank yourself later. So my thing was, after every week, I'm weighing myself and I'm seeing progress. And every time I did do something different, I would see a decline. And I'm like, man, I got to keep making these good decisions. Every small decision leads up to a big change. So that's what I would tell myself.
Small wins leads to bigger wins. I like that. Now, do you have trainers?
I don't. I've never had a trainer. Well, I'll say I started training after my second pregnancy for a couple of weeks. And I started training with my cousin, Prentes. His name is Train with Prince. And he was helping me and my husband get ripped and get, toned up because I had already lost the weight.
Okay. So when you go, do you have an at-home gym or do you have a membership?
I have a membership. I will go to the gym every other day.
Okay. All right. So I will look forward to you. And you motivate me. I want
You
to
look
definitely
good.
Thank you. I've been trying, but I just need to get to that gym point. That's what I want to do.
You want to go to the gym with me?
Yeah, but you live where you live.
I live north.
Everything is. What is it? You are dramatically geographically challenged. I heard this dude told me that. He was like, I would love to date you, but you just live.
Oh, no.
And I was like, damn, really? He was like, where do you live? I was like, I told him. He was like, you're geographically challenged.
Oh, man.
And I was like, well, that is true in Atlanta. You'd be like, where do you live? You'd be like,
I'm just used to it now. I'll drive any and everywhere because I live far. So I'm used to driving everywhere.
It's just, well, if we can do a middle ground, I'll meet you. Mm-hmm. And then what do you have, LA Fitness?
I do.
Oh, okay. Then we can definitely meet. Mm-hmm. And then we can just meet middle ground, though.
Yeah, right now, I've only lost I've lost 20 pounds since birth.
Okay.
And
you're taking it slow, though, right?
Not on purpose. My body is just, adjusting
well, some
differently.
women just are saying, like, they're not in a rush. I remember.
I'm not really in a rush. I won't say I'm in a rush, but at the same time, I'm ready to see these results.
Yeah.
But I'm not even working out like how I used to because I'm trying to spend time with the baby. I'm nursing.
Yeah, so you're chilling this time around. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And with nursing, you have to consume so many calories in order to produce milk.
Yeah. And are you producing this time around really good? Have you always been good?
I'm only nursing part-time, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
We're doing half-half. I'm supplementing.
Because some women are always, I see them like, oh, I can't produce. I'm stressed out. What are you
eating? Oh,
eating?
Yeah, that's hard.
I can't. But you've always been pretty good.
I've always been able to produce.
That's good. Okay. So let's get into this beauty talk with Tae.
Beauty talk with Tae.
Yes. Now, you're saying that you had your stuff in a stash and you just releasing it now. Like, you've been sitting on it. Why were you sitting on it?
You know what? All right. I'm going to be honest.
Be honest.
Okay, so I have a partner that I was working with, and at first we had decided we wanted to shop it, right?
Oh,
so
okay,
we were shopping it around
Gotcha.
2 networks for a long time. And after not hearing what we wanted to hear, we were like, you know what? Let's just put it out and see what the people feel about it, So I did, and I ended up seeing a great success from it. A lot of people like it. I have more people wanting to come on. And I'm excited about it. It's my baby. It's my first project that I executive produced. So I definitely want to keep it going, do some lives. Mm-hmm. That's the culture that I'm accustomed to.
Right.
It's what I've been doing for the last 13 years.
Right.
It's makeup. So.
Right.
It's a fun time. It's a good glam time. That's what we say on the show.
Yeah, I like that catchphrase in a sense. So, well, let me ask you this. Acting, is that still a passion of yours?
It is absolutely a passion of mine.
Okay. Because I was wondering, I was like, remember, I used to quote you for acting stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know if you still wanted to do that.
I absolutely still want to act. And I also want to direct and produce. I want to have my hands in every area of filmmaking. But my first acting debut was last year before I had the baby. I did 3 projects.
With Candy? On Candy
One with
show,
Candy.
Right? Oh, remember that.
One with Todd, actually. Candy and Todd. They have a movie called The Past. It's streaming on Tubi. So y'all check that out. And then I did A La Carte, which is on All Black. Watch All Black.
Okay.
Which you can find through Amazon Prime. And I did the Sheila Johnson story. That's on BET Plus.
Oh,
yes.
Well, so you have been satisfying that.
I have finally. Last year was the first year that you could see me on TV.
That, you know what? They always say you're gonna win, but you don't know when.
I love that. I've never heard that.
You just never know.
I love
you just
that.
don't know when you're gonna get that breakthrough,
Yes.
and it's just for real. And I would tell people on your vision board, you look when it's on there, then you'll walk past it oh, you mark it off like that. I got it. And it may not come how you thought it was going to come because look how it came. You're
it came through makeup.
It came through makeup. Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Then I also saw you do some skits.
Oh, yeah, I did skits.
See?
Todd has skits that he's doing, a scheme that Todd set up. I was featured in those as well.
So you're satisfying.
I love comedy.
Yeah, comedy. And it comes natural, too. You have a light personality. So, Beauty Talk with Tae, like I said, I think that's a great concept. I also think that sometimes you guys try to shop it, but they also need to see
the performance
and see if people are going to rock with it. Also, I learned working, with LaShawn and everything, sometimes I feel like you may need to put it out there before you shop it to them because these people be stealing.
I heard.
That's just also.
I heard.
You know what I mean? Not saying this, she experienced this, but I've seen what other people have experienced. People take stuff. So, and then also just being in music, I've seen where people send demos and music.
Oh, yeah.
Next thing you know, somebody else is on there. How did they take my music? Because they sent it and then they didn't give you your credit and now it's on somebody else's album. No, go ahead and put yourself out there now. Let people see it and they know, oh, this is Tae's stuff.
Yeah.
And now they'll come to you and say, hey, Tae, we want to go ahead and talk. We see us doing numbers. It's so crazy how you have to do stuff these days. But
you got to be strategic.
Yeah, you got to be strategic with it. You see how Issa did it.
I do.
They came to her after she performed.
Awkward Black Girl.
The Awkward Black Girl. Now look at her.
She's one of my inspirations.
She's definitely an inspiration. So is Atlanta your final destination for your family, or do you guys want to go somewhere else? Has your husband ever said, like, babe?
We both have our eyes on California.
Oh, y'all want to take it to the West Coast?
We may.
Or will you be bi-coastal?
I'll probably be bi-coastal because my mom is still. She's not. I don't think she would like it out there.
Where is she?
She's still in Flint, Michigan. Mama's in Flint. She is not going nowhere.
Wait, she is. I thought she would have moved. So who's here with you, Tae?
Nobody. I've always been out here by myself.
Tae, none of your family has moved?
No.
And they don't want to?
They may, but it's different. Like when you're coming from a small town.
Yeah, everything is just there.
You're just accustomed.
You're accustomed. Yeah. So do you have a support system here, though? Right?
I don't.
Okay.
I never have.
Okay, so let me ask you this: your husband, is he from here?
He's from Augusta, Georgia.
Who takes care of your family?
We have to do it.
But have you guys made a family here? Like, do you have friends?
No, it's between my daughter's father and my husband and me. And
but you have like a little circle.
We have a sitter.
In a
we have a sitter that used to help us out. She still helps out here and there. But with the new baby, I'm kind of like, okay, it's just me and him for right now.
Right.
You know. But yeah, it's always just been us.
Tae, I'm asking, okay, when you have Christmas shindigs, I see you do stuff. Who are these people that come? Or they fly in?
I have my family will fly in, and
okay.
I, like my baby shower. Like a lot of my family flew in for my baby shower.
Okay, people fly in and support you for stuff. Okay.
And his family will drive up from Augusta.
Got you. Okay.
And I also have like 2 good friends here.
Got you. Okay, because I'm like, who are these people in this picture? Paid actors?
I know, right? And some extras,
right? Because I'm like, I be seeing mad people in this stuff.
No. See, we have people who will come in.
Got you.
But not that live here.
Not that live here. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool. Wow.
It's really not cool.
No,
it's a struggle.
It's a struggle as far as like, but I'm glad that you have supportive people that will come to you.
Yeah.
Because people
we're grateful for that.
normally won't.
We're grateful for that.
All those stories like, my dog died, I can't come, I'm sick, I can't move. You used to have active people that can come, that's young enough to travel, that don't have, messed up situations. Yeah. That's in binds. People, black people always got something going. I love us, but we be having some stories.
We do. We do for days.
All right. So let's talk about hair trends and makeup trends. Which ones do you want to see stay? Which ones do you want to see go? So makeup. Which makeup trends are you over?
Let me see. Makeup trends that I'm over. I'm just over... Let me see. I'm over just the layers of makeup. Like we don't need as many layers as we think we do.
Right.
So I've been doing makeup just a little bit differently these last few years. We don't need as much as we did in 2016 when we didn't know better. I think it's all about skin now, and we need to let our skin shine through our foundation. We don't need too much. I just want the trend of just the boatload to,
I've never been into heavy makeup. I've always liked simple. I like beauty.
Well, you have good skin.
Well, thank God I do, but I've never been into that drastic. No shade to the LGBTQ, my trans women, or just, drag.
Oh, no, because we learned from them.
Some
a lot
things,
of the techniques.
Yes, some of the techniques, I would say. I was inspired. Some, but not all. But I just don't like that whole extraness. I like just a nice, simple beauty.
Well, the thing
natural.
is, okay, so
skin tints.
there is a way for it to be a lie and still look like it's not. You know, there's a way to do it that way too.
I think that's your signature.
That is.
Yeah.
I'm a soft glam girl.
You're a soft glam. That heavy lid.
I like the shadows and things.
Not, a heavy, like a drag queen makeup. Yeah, I've never been like, girl, you need to look beat. No.
Well, B is cute too, but
on a regular basis.
On a regular basis. So to each his own. But for me personally,
right,
I don't prefer that look.
Yeah, no.
I just don't prefer that look. Shout out to the girls who want to rock the full beat for
to
lunch,
Walmart.
Dinner, and breakfast. Shout out to y'all. And there's nothing wrong with it. For me though, I'm at a certain age where I just want to protect my skin and embrace my skin.
Yeah. I just want to push that because of the fact that so many women and younger girls don't want to embrace who they are. We already have the filters.
I know.
We already have, things that you don't want to, be yourself. And so then you also add all of this other stuff. That's all I'm just saying.
Yeah, you be a whole different person by the time you post.
Right. You're just like, okay.
I'm not gonna say that I was never that girl though, because I'm a reformed filter makeup chick.
We all are, but I just want them to not just rely on all of that and then they put a filter on, because some makeup artists will do a makeup and then they put a filter, and I'm saying
put the face app.
Yeah, and then you want to say $100 for this, and it's like, that's not fair to the person who's coming to get your service.
False advertising.
False advertising, because your makeup isn't that flawless. And then I think I'm going to get this nice makeup service, and then you're using a filter on your clients. You guys are not being fair.
Oh, hold on. Don't put me in the pool.
No, not
me in the pool with the people.
Look, not you.
I didn't do it.
I'm like, if you're going to post your work, don't put a filter on the makeup.
Yes, as an artist, I do feel like it's important for you to, actually document the raw makeup look. Now, there are some cameras that are better than others. Like, I like TikTok's camera.
Yeah.
So, I do use TikTok's camera, but that doesn't take away or add to. I'm not adding a filter on it. I'm just using a better quality camera.
A quality camera, your capture, your lighting, all of that matters.
Yes.
But don't Facetune this person's, because a girl said that. She was like, why did you put a filter on to the makeup artist? She was like, these are my pictures. I can do it. And they had gotten an argument. She was like, I can do what I want.
Oh, she can. It's her work.
But this is my phase. Why would you?
You got to have permission from people if you're going to post their pictures of
They
them.
say it's in the fine print. Like, once you sign that little box or something, it's getting tricky. It's a whole new ball game.
Ooh, Lord.
So you're saying the trend that you want is like not the layered. Okay, that's one trend. What about the super thick eyebrows?
I'm cool. I love a brow. I love a bushy brow, honey.
The bushy brows.
I don't like the sharp brows as much. I'm more like, even you can see mine. I like to see the strokes, the hairs.
Okay.
It's kind of like something that I like, but some people still like the sharp, dark brows. The sharp,
squared,
outlined brows.
Outline brows.
Nothing wrong with that. But I'm gonna tell you something. Them lashes, baby. Them lashes do not have to be 26 inches like your bust down. They do not.
Snuffleupagus.
They do not.
All right. What about are you a lip injection girly?
Oh, no.
Okay. No. Yeah, we're going to stay away from that.
And I'm not against it. Nor my clients are people that we'll draw an overline, a cute little overline.
Yeah.
But the injections, that's like, we're good on that.
I can't believe my sisters are doing that. Sisters, I'm sorry to act like Dr. Umar. But sisters. Sisters, I can't believe y'all
it looks good. I think it looks good with makeup.
Sisters, I do understand if you do have those thin lips. Some of our sisters do have the thin lips. But if you are a juicy-lipped girl, why are you injecting your lips even more?
There is a certain look that fillers give that I think it's for a shape and not so much. It's the fullness too, but it's the shape that it gives that people like. She said I'm quiet on that one.
I'm quiet on the set because there's somebody that be on our timeline. Them lips be looking crazy, but I ain't gonna say no names. Hair trends that you are over. Hair trends.
Hair trends. I'm a wig girl through and through. I would put me a wig on so quick. I don't know. I'm not really. I love all different types of hairstyles. I mean, sometimes the edges be out of control a little bit, so we can tame the edges down just a little bit. You know, we don't need a whole bang as an
Swoop.
the whole swoop bang. You know, but it depends on how it's done. You know, because
True that.
Cardi, Megan, they had the little swoops with theirs. It's like tasteful. It's cute.
Those are starting to look like the 60s, like little little
that's
finger waves. Those are
cute.
cute. Yeah, they're changing up the little.
But some of them, you know what I'm talking about. They be hard and they be, you know.
Erica Banks, she be having a crazy finger waves, baby hairs. They be going into her brows. Sorry, Erica Banks, but she knows. But I guess that's what she likes. She's from Love and Hip Hop. She's a younger girl.
She got a song. Is she a singer?
She's a rapper.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so
I've never seen her hair.
Her baby hairs be going into her brows.
I like her music though.
Makeup trends that you like.
Makeup trends that I like. I love the dewy look now. I love dewy makeup. I love the glow.
I
love a good glow.
Let me tell you what happened with me one time. I had the dewy. Tierra Marie fans ate my ass up on Twitter one time. So I was saying something about Tierra Marie. This was like some years ago.
What you done said?
Some slick shit.
Oh God.
And I didn't even spell her name. I had like spelled it in like a little slick way, but they still found it.
Oh my gosh.
And I had a gluey. Okay, it wasn't anything bad though. Okay. It was just like Tierra Marie. It was something like whatever. And I had the dewy look. And they was like, with your sweaty ass face. Oh! When I tell you I changed my face. When I tell you I changed that face, and now I'm just a color on Twitter.
Oh my God.
It was unwarranted. Like, it was no reason. Why would y'all do that? Why would y'all look up that girl's name like that?
Oh, first of all,
they searched. Them fans are very vicious.
They are very vicious.
I thought I was cute. I had like a little glossy lip and a dewy face. I ain't been dewy since. Dewy who?
Do we do that anymore?
Dewy, don't do it. Do not do it.
Do we still do it?
Never did it again.
Yeah, it's a difference though. It's a difference. It's because dewy is not always your whole face. Sometimes it's just certain spots that you make look dewy.
I ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it.
Doing that. Hey,
no.
Yeah, so a nice matte for the girl. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, but I'm loving the dewy trend though.
Dewy. All right, dewy for you. All right. So let me ask you this. Is there any makeup brands that you are loving or would love to collaborate with?
I've collaborated with Fenty in the past. I would love to collaborate with them again.
I like her.
I love Fenty. I love One Size. Patrick Starr. You know, I just met him.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And oh my goodness, his products. I
really
use some
good.
of them for my digital makeup class. I have a makeup class that's available for download if you're trying to learn how to do your own makeup.
So he got it for us. And when I say us, he got it. He did get it for us.
Everybody.
That's not. No, I'm saying he got it, meaning he got it on point for us.
Yes.
That's nice.
Absolutely. It's
sometimes they miss the mark for us.
They do.
And he got it.
There are some brands that
Shout out to him. Okay.
He got it on lock.
First try.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Yes. So I love him. I would definitely love to do a collab with him and One Size Beauty and Danessa Myricks. I've done a collab with her before. Okay. But I'm going to shout her out again. And Pat McGrath.
Oh, Pat McGrath. Oh, wow. Yeah, definitely legendary.
I've done a collab with her in the past as well. I would love to do that again. Any new people? I would say maybe NARS. Oh. I've never done anything with NARS, so I like NARS products. I use their concealer a lot.
NARS is still really, really nice.
So I probably want to do something with them.
Have you stayed in contact with Saisha?
Yes. We always comment and talk to each other
On social media. I got you.
And she just called me actually for a gig that was actually in Paris somewhere this a couple months ago. But I was like I'm about to have my baby. So
Right.
of course I couldn't go. But yeah, we still chime in, check in on each other every now and again.
That's love. Now, do you have any tips for anyone wanting to start or launch their MUA career?
Girl, that's a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother episode.
You can't give tips?
All right.
Give three. Just give three. Go ahead.
Okay. So if you are an aspiring makeup artist and you want to do makeup.
Wait, hold on. Is these real or fake?
What?
Because I don't like how you said, girl.
No,
it's a whole nother chapter.
It's so much behind like being a makeup artist.
Well, just give us the simple three.
Okay, so let me give you the three things that I would recommend anybody that's aspiring to do makeup.
Okay.
First, know your style. The first thing. A lot of us want to do a universal look that caters to a certain audience, but that's not our natural strength. You know, some people want to do love and hip hop makeup, but they may be more, you know, Beyonce, Angela Bassett, you know, they might be more red carpet, you know what I mean? But they're trying to cater to someone who likes love and hip hop makeup, but that may not be their strength. So the first thing you need to do is know your lane.
Gotcha.
When it comes to the makeup industry. Secondly, managing your money and keeping your credit on point is going to be very important because there are so many highs and lows in this industry. That's for any creators or creatives. I recommend that. Always have some type of business financial consultant or someone that you can consult about your finances. And definitely have all of your business in order in terms of your company, your EIN, all of your, you know, if you're going to have your LLC and all that. It gets you some business credit established, get the structure and everything done correctly. And the next thing that I would say is stay true to yourself in terms of your value. Because the value fluctuates in this industry just as the economy. But if you charge what you charge and you feel like you're worth, don't compromise that just because of the economy. Stay true to your rate. Stay true to what you feel your value is. And don't let anybody make you compromise that.
Nice. I like that. And how would you suggest they build their clientele? Who should they start with?
Who should they start with? I feel like everybody should start with themselves. Everybody should start like experimenting and trying products and doing different things on their own face.
Okay.
First, which is what I did. And then, you know, close family members, friends. Make sure you always photograph your work because sometimes things look different in person than they look on camera. So, yeah, I would say that. And if you want to be a celebrity makeup artist, celebrities always need makeup, like always. So I would start out assisting. That's the best way to get in the game, is to start assisting another established makeup artist.
Okay.
And after so long, you'll be able to, you know, take off and do your own thing.
Now, how would you handle a situation where a celebrity needs you, but me, a regular degular, booked you?
Well, I have other people that work under me as well. So I have trained artists that I have to go do certain clients if needed. So if you want me specifically and say I have a client, it depends on how far in advance my client booked. If you're not open to going with my trained talent, then I'll have to, you know, look at the schedule and see how I can accommodate you. Okay. But I'm not going to treat you any different. But baby, if somebody got me on a retainer and you don't, you know, we going to have to weigh it out. You know what I mean? But if you booked in advance, I'm not just going to throw your appointment away. Okay. We would have had that conversation prior as soon as I learned about the next person. All right. I wouldn't leave a regular person or a non-celebrity client just hanging like that.
Okay. The reason why I asked, the young girl went to TikTok to blast a MUA who dropped her for, I believe, either JT or some type of rapper. And she just dropped her because she wanted to book the celebrity. She was like, oh, you know how the way they do it now, somebody will post on, social media, like, I'm in your city, I need a da-da-da. And a girl like, I'm available. The rapper was like, no, the MU like, I'm available. And left the girl hanging. And she was just like, oh. And so then the girl, so I was just wondering how that works. So what I would like to do, because I know you got to get back to the baby and your family. I don't want to take up too much time.
It's been fun, though.
It was definitely fun. If you have any motivational gem that is anything on your heart that you want to just drop.
Anything on my heart? I would say a scripture for those believers out there is to seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. It's one of my favorite scriptures. It's like not about what you can obtain from your talent and what you can gain from what you're doing. It's seeking the kingdom first, which is your truth and the ultimate purpose for your life, and all the material things will be added later. So I believe in that wholeheartely.
I like that. That was nice, and especially it being on a Sunday. It was very
yes,
nice.
It's Sunday. You got me missing church, girl. Amen. I had to drop a little gem.
Jesus. She missed church for me. For me? Amen. All right, Tae, I'm so happy that you were able to come. Connecting with you, like I said, I see you from afar. You are definitely motivating me.
Thank you.
And I love that we always just show each other love every time we see each other.
Yes.
We're family. And you never act funny or anything when we do connect. So even though it's short sometimes, because we both be on the move, it's always just like, Candy, what's up? And we keep,
right.
We keep it moving. So if you want to plug your businesses or what you got going on, that would be appreciated.
Everybody subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm at Tae René on YouTube, TaeRene. Make sure you check out Beauty Talk with Tae. I also document my postpartum journey and my journey of my career. Make sure you follow me on Instagram as TaeTV, TaeTV. And if you're interested in learning how to do your own makeup, you can go to IamTaeRené.com to purchase a digital makeup class. And if you're interested in showing up for yourself and losing some weight or showing up as the best version of yourself, check out my book on Amazon called Show Up For Yourself by Tae René.
All right. So, ladies and gents, be sure to leave me a review on Apple Podcasts, not just 5 stars. Talk to me and let me know how you are feeling the podcast. And it is a wrap. Thank you for checking out Dope Chick with Ambition podcast. And mwah.